You can count every number of birthmark that your partner has because that's your soulmate. You're making love to yourself because he is you, you are him. Until you get to that point, you guys are not deep. It's not deep. It's not on a soul level. As like some people, well, it's red. Some people who cannot cheat because they try it once. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like Jane's touch. It doesn't feel like Amaka's touch. It doesn't feel like his touch. You have to have that magic over your partner. If you don't have that one magic over your partner, so much so that you guys are quarreling, but you know that at the end of the day, nothing can tear you both apart because there's so much that you guys have done together. So much, nasty or not nasty. There's so much that you guys have done together. Oh my God, I just opened my window and I love the daylight. Oh my God, this is natural light. I think I just need to open my window some more. Ah, daylight is bay. Oh my God. Baylight. Oh, I say baylight. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I come with a lot of juicy content. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking randomly about, intimacy. Honestly, I think that um, some people are beginning to understand the importance of learning how to pleasure their partners. It's so important for you to know what turns them on and what turns them off. It's practically, sorry, I'm trying to position it properly. It's so important for you to know your partner's move button. When I mean move button, that part of their body that you touch and immediately they react. You see a reaction from them that shows that they're really ready or they're responsive to you. If you have a mate that apart from the generic parts of her body that you can touch, or apart from the generic parts of his body that you can touch, there are no other parts that you know that if you touch, people out there don't even know. As in, like, it's a generic, it's a part, it's an unconventional part of her body or his body that no other person has been able to discover. You're the only one who has been able to discover that part. Until you know that part of your partner's body, you are not in tuned emotionally or sexually in tuned with your partner. And it's a shame. It's a shame. And it goes on to show you that you guys are not sexually bonded. Because when you're sexually bonded to a partner, you know things that are unconventional about them. Every other person will say, oh, what gets a man off or what gets a woman off is when you touch, maybe the twin tower or when you go down on them. But there are other parts of the body that are so unconventional that only you know. It would take a total stranger hours, even months or years. If this person doesn't tell them or reveal to them, it will take them years for them to discover. If you don't, like I said, if you don't know that part of your man's body or that part of your woman's body, listen, you've not yet fully bonded sexually with him or with her. And how you do that is by paying detailed attention to your man or to your woman's body. Detailed attention. Intimacy is not when, oh, you hit it, bam, 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 and you're done and dusted, you're gone. No, we're not talking about that. Intimacy is when you go beyond the status quo or you go beyond the normal. And when I say go beyond the normal, I'm not saying that you should go and do perversive things like PDD. I'm not talking about that. You go beyond the normal and you pay detailed attention to your partner's body, from the sole of their feet to the crown of their head. Every detail you know about them, every mark, every flaw, you know about it because you've taken out time to look at your partner's body. You know the nooks and crannies of your partner's body. And you know it lovingly. You're not knowing it because you want to be judgmental about it. You just know your partner's body because you love them. You can count every number of birthmark that your partner has because that's your soulmate. That's you. You're not making love to a human being. When I mean a human being, just an ordinary human being, whether he's your husband or whatever, you're making love to yourself because he is you. You are him. Until you get to that point, you guys are not deep. It's not deep. It's not on a soul level. You need to know them. Trace every corner of their body, from the crown of their head to the sole of their feet. Right? You're just there in warm embrace with your partner, not doing anything. Do you know what that means? Like, out of from all of the noise and distraction, both of you just decide to stay in bed. You're seated, facing each other, looking at each other. You're not speaking. Maybe there is music playing in the background, but both of you are not speaking. You're just soaking and basking in each other's presence. And then you embrace each other, your eyes closed. I don't know what both of you would be thinking individually, but I am assuming that you'll be thinking about how you met, especially if you guys have been together for a very long time. You're thinking about how you met and what you saw that made you fall in love with them. That will invariably ignite the spark, especially if that spark has died down over the years based on the activities that you have going on in your life. All right. So I encourage couples to take out time to just sit, face each other in your bed, crisscross your legs. All right. You, as a woman, crisscross your leg over his legs, embrace him, and possibly tell him how much he means to you, and tell him that you really do appreciate all the things that he has done for you and the family if you guys have already started a family. What that would do to you and your partner, it will bond both of you together, so much so that when you guys make love, it will be like the heavens and the earth kissing one another, meeting on a common ground to kiss one another. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't know what that is called, but it's a bonding session that would just change your lives, your intimacy totally, 100%. Try it. Sometimes it's not all about sex, it's way more than that. It is about the intimacy, the bonding between two souls coming together as one, mentally, physically, socially. Sex is not the only thing that can bond you and your partner. Sometimes what I just explained, staying in silence, in warm embrace, can do it for both of you. Do you get what I mean? Now, for the men, I need you to understand. I have said this over and over again, but maybe I need to reiterate it. Understand that for you to be able to get a woman to go off the cliff, when I mean go off the cliff, you know what I mean, reach her apex in the period of intimacy, you have to take your time and understand that you, as a man, like a guitarist, you need to play her body like a guitar. Her body is like a guitar or a violin. You need to know what to stroke, how to stroke it with your fingers or with anything that you have that is soft. All right. The more tender you are on your woman's body, the more closer you get her to the cliff. Take your time. There is no rush. Now, I'm not talking about any quickie here. Quickie, we understand it. And quickie can only be much more effective when you've built these things that I have briefly talked about. taking your time in a bedroom. Sometimes when people say that, oh, I last in bed for hours, one, they're not talking about the actual intimacy. They're not talking about the destination. The destination, quite all right, can happen, but the hours, the activities leading to the destination is what expands the time. That's why some people can tell you that, oh, we spent 2 hours making love. It's a culmination of the activities, the foreplay, the attention to details, the speaking, the communication that they have before reaching that destination. That's why I always say that pay attention to the journey, not the destination. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to get to the destination, my darling. You don't. All you just need is following the processes in the journey. And in no time, both of you can simultaneously reach the destination. Take your time. One of the reasons why marriages are crumbling or relationships are crumbling is because we're so in a hurry. It's more or less like we want the gratification. We don't have the time to give. We don't have the patience to put in the work. And listen, when you're not putting anything that you're not putting attention into will definitely fade over time. If you're not putting attention into the intimacy, it is definitely going to fade over time. Before you know it, familiarity comes into place. Before you know it, your partner is already cheating emotionally out there. Before you know it, no love in a relationship. You're falling out of love. Any good relationship that you see that the partner cannot get over their partner, their mate, or you see that when the partner is not around, they're not themselves. It took time. It took preparation. It took work. You have to put in the work. And it's not work from one person, it's work from both sides. You've got to put in the work, my darling, to make that relationship work. And it all starts from communication. From communication, knowing each other. And not just knowing each other superficially, it is deeply telling the secrets that no other person has heard. Well, you have to be careful with that one. Because there are some partners who cannot really handle some level of truth or some secrets. So there are some secrets that you know that you have to carry to the grave until you know that you've built a bond. That's your Bonnie and Clyde, your partner in crime. That you know no matter what, your souls have been merged together as one. That no matter what you tell them, they still have your back. That's the partner that I'm talking about. All right? Then that's the partner that you know that you can reveal all your secrets to. And they too can do the same, reveal their truths to you. You know what they say when a woman is stigmatized? That's you knowing the person out of your clothes. You understand that there is this particular button that when you touch the person, they get turned on. They get turned on. They get turned on and they go wild. Every other person knows that there is always this generic part of the body that when you touch, anybody can react to. But listen, it is only you who knows that one part, except the partner tells a stranger or tells whosoever they want to be with. They wouldn't know. They might spend years without knowing that this is a spot that can get her off, or this is an unconventional spot that when you touch, he reacts to. That's his move button. If you've not gotten to that point with your partner, listen, you're not sexually bonded to that person. You guys have not built what I call soul ties. All right? The only person who knows my move button is the only person that can evoke that soul tie. So if you do not have a partner that can get you to that point, then that just means that you guys are not spending ample time to deeply know each other. Now, it's not about the destination, like I told you. It is about studying each other during the journey. getting to know what works for that person. So you're not just coming into the bedroom with the things that you had done to a previous partner in the past. You're coming into the bedroom focused on this one person, trying to know their terrain, trying to figure out what part that only you one can handle, only you one can discover. Sometimes this partner might not even know that they can react that way. But based on you discovering, igniting it with the things that you do on that particular spot, it becomes their erogenous spot. Are you getting the drift? Until you find that trigger, until you find that button, you will not be able to hold them down and have that lock on them, such that even if they go elsewhere, it doesn't, if it doesn't feel like you. It doesn't feel so they, even if they go out there, they know that something is missing. And that thing that is missing is you. Do you understand? That thing that is missing is you. Sorry, I have my long socks. I put on socks in the house because my heels are really, the sole of my feet are really cracking, and I don't know why. Age, I think. Do you understand what I mean? So they know that when they get out there, it is only one person who knows how to handle me, and that person is you. That's why some people, well, it's red. There are some people who cannot cheat because they try it once. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like Jane's touch. It doesn't feel like Amaka's touch. It doesn't feel like his touch. You have to have that magic over your partner. If you don't have that one magic over your partner, so much so that you guys are quarreling, but you know that at the end of the day, nothing can tear you both apart because there's so much that you guys have done together. So much, nasty or not nasty. There's so much that you guys have done together. When I say nasty, I'm pretty much concerned now when I talk about nasty because I always think about PDD and the things that he did to Cassie. So I don't want people to. Sex should not be perverse. Sex should not be perversive. If it's perversive, then it's not sex. It's terrible, and you need to work on it. Don't let any man make you do something that you know deep down in your heart it is wrong. Don't. No matter what, whether it's in the confines of marriage or not in the confines of marriage, don't allow any man or any woman make you do something that goes against your moral standing. If you do it and you feel bad about it or you feel some type of way, don't try it again. Not because you want to keep a relationship. Don't try it. Okay? So the last thing that I'm going to dwell on is rhythm and consistency. Or maybe I should just leave it for my next episode. I don't know. I don't want this video to be too long. Let me leave it for my next episode. Rhythm and consistency. And when I talk about rhythm and consistency in the bedroom, especially when you're having sex, it's not just particularly on women, because I know what gets a woman off is the consistency in the pattern that you give to her, whether in stroking or going down on her. So I'm not just going to focus on women because I know that concept also work on men too. There's a pattern that he likes. You need to find it. And when you find that pattern, stay consistently on that pattern till he comes or till she comes. Okay, so maybe we're going to leave that for our next episode. Until I come again, do you know that I love you and God loves you best. Mwah.